Luis. Hello? I can. What do you have for me?
The aha moment.
Okay.
I started out, 2021. I moved to this country and I was pretty green, and I
Okay.
think that thing that really resonated with me was feminism, and I really, really bought into it.
Okay.
And looking back on it now, I'm 28. I honestly I don't know why I got caught up in that because my mom raised me really traditional.
Okay.
So I cook, I clean, but it's just been, I guess, very hard to meet people that appreciate that.
Mm, okay.
And I'm now learning that, you also as a person, you have a certain amount of accountability that you have to keep. So if you're not intentionally making good choices, I guess you can't hate all men. Like you
Mm,
just can't do that. And I think that that's where I am right now is like,
so
okay.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
And just your opinion. Why do you think that black women fall for feminism so easily? Because I hear black women from around the world come to this country, and I am astounded by the amount of black women under the age of 23 who were once rabid feminists. Why do you think it's so easy for black women to fall prey to this feminism?
I'm starting to see that with all radical groups, they appeal to a certain type of person. And with feminism, I think that it really appeals to young women who are going through their own struggles. It's almost like an acceptance group. At least that's what it was for me at the
Okay.
time. It
All
felt
right.
like I had a place to belong,
Okay.
and though I was raised traditional, it was still a one-parent household.
Right.
And so, just hearing some of these, some the feminist rhetoric,
Mm-hmm.
it just resonated with me. It felt like I could be home and I was already in a foreign country, and I
Mm-hmm.
just needed something to believe in other than religion. And it sounded good and it felt
Mm.
good in the moment. But, in retrospect, I can definitely tell that I didn't have to be that way because I'm soft, I'm very feminine, and I enjoy being girly, I enjoy being feminine. And I didn't have to be so hard. I'm sure I put off some really good men in that moment because I was trying to be Margaret Thatcher or, just
Right, right,
extreme
right. Well,
feminine.
I've always been curious as to why, and I think the whole thing about acceptance, because what I notice is a lot of black women, young black women, seems like they get lost
Mhm.
looking for acceptance, and it's the first place they can actually have some sort of power and control.
Mhm.
That's what I kind of see. But okay,
Exactly.
but I got other people in here. Is there any a question you have for me that I can address?
No, not really. I mean, I wanted to say you've been my aha moment. I've been watching you for a few months now, and I enjoy listening to you every night. It's amazing.
Well, I
So I
appreciate it. Appreciate it. And are you here in this country? What's are you? Where are you at? Where part of the country are you in?
I mean Texas.
Uh, have you applied to my group, the Facebook group, the Mix?
No, I haven't.
You should
I
apply
don't
to
know how.
the at, okay. In the moderators, please put the links to the Facebook group, the Mix, down there. Also, at the end of my show, I will put my email address up. Actually, I'll put it up now. Send me an email, and I'll send you uh, the link. But you can just go on Facebook and type in the Mix, and just make sure you just answer all the questions. I think you.
Okay.
There are a lot of women in Texas. Dallas and Houston are two great mixed cities. But there are women down there to get together. They have their own ladies functions often. A lot of
Thanks.
stuff going on in the group. Okay, thanks.
All right.
All right. Well, I've always been curious as to why it seems that black women are so susceptible to to falling in. Okay, just a second. Money World. Taco Bueno. All right. Next up we have Izzy. Izzy. Should I save her? She wants to be saved. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Izzy.
Hi, Kevin.
Should we save her? Your name is Izzy?
Yes.
Should we save her? Now, what's going on, Izzy?
How's it going? I just want to say hi, first of all.
Hi, first of all. How are you?
Good. How's it going?
Good. What you got for me?
Come
on.
I was just gonna say that I just turned 33.
Okay.
And now that I'm 33, I realize that I wasted a lot of years with guys. You know, just every time I was engaged, I felt like there was something better waiting for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Every time you were engaged?
Yeah, I was engaged a few times.
Like a guy dropped to one knee and presented a ring?
Correct.
How many times?
3 times.
You need your ass whooped. You need your ass straight whooped. You know why?
Why?
Because after the first time and you had to give a ring back, did you go to therapy?
No.
Why'd you give the first ring back?
Oh, I didn't give the ring back.
Why'd he take it back?
Why didn't he take it back?
Why did he?
He didn't take the ring back.
Wait a minute. A man gave you a ring as a what's the name of the gift? It's a promissory gift or the gift in contemplation of a marriage. Who broke off the engagement?
I did.
And you didn't give the ring back?
Correct. I didn't give the ring back.
Okay. What about the second time? Did you get
Same
the ring
thing.
back? Third time?
Same thing.
You're trash.
And why?
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously, why?
Are you fucking kidding me? An engagement ring is a gift given in contemplation of a marriage. Did a marriage take place?
No, but it didn't work out.
I don't give a fuck
I
if it
offered
worked
to give
out.
it back.
It didn't work out or not, ma'am. You give the ring back.
I offered to give it back.
No, you don't offer. You give it. Ma'am. Okay, let's ask a question. Back up off the trash comment. I was joking, but I'm serious too.
Okay.
If you had a son and he proposed to a young lady and he had to work and put 3 months of his salary into something and an engagement fell through, would you want your son to have his money back?
Absolutely.
Those
100%.
3 men were somebody's sons. Right?
Right.
The right thing to do would have been to give them the ring back, not ask if they want the ring back, to give it to them. Because you ended the engagement. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You ended all 3 of them. So you broke up with people and you took rings. If a man had done this, what would we call him?
A fuckboy?
No, we call him a dog. Okay, so, but I'm just curious. Why is it that, and we're going to get on to the next point. Why is it that you felt entitled to keep the rings?
No, I didn't feel entitled. I offered to give the rings back.
I get it that you offered, but you also know men have pride and ego. And
Right.
if you broke it off, they're probably also a little hurt too. So, I mean, the right thing to do would have been to give them back. But you have 3 rings. So let's keep on moving.
Okay.
What is it you would like out of life from a man? And why are you off camera? I'm on camera.
Right now?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm just not uncomfortable being on camera.
Okay, that's fine. What is it you want from a man?
Um, a family, stability.
Family, children?
No, I don't.
Oh, you want children?
Oh, yeah, I do.
How many would you like to have?
2.
Okay. And you know all the questions I asked. Do you want to work?
Yeah.
Do you want to
Do I
work?
want to?
Yeah. Do you want to work after you're pregnant?
I don't want to have to.
All right. All right. So, what's the longest relationship you've ever had?
3 years.
Okay. Have you ever had therapy?
No.
Um, just
Do you
off the.
think, Kevin? Do you think everybody should have therapy?
Uh, yes. Most. Yes, I think, especially if you're black in this country. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, because most of us don't deal, and especially in our culture, we don't deal with traumas very well. We don't have a lot of outlets, but I think that some cases are more acute than others.
Okay.
Where's your dad?
I did not grow up with a dad.
All right. Where's mom?
She's at home.
So you want stability and a family. What will a man get from you?
The same thing.
No.
Stability in a family.
Wow. Well, come on, man. That's okay.
Kevin, I'm going to listen. I'm going to get off line, but I want to keep listening, okay?
Yeah, I will say that you need to do you ever talk to your exes?
No, I never do.
Yeah. Yeah, ma'am, that's something really, really wrong with what you've done here.
I agree. That
All right, who's up next? Stephanie. Stephanie. Oop, you got muted again. Sorry. Stephanie, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Stephanie.
I'm unmuted. How
All
are
right,
you,
so
Kevin?
let me say something before I do this, Stephanie. Hold on, Stephanie. This is why I say therapy is so necessary. I mean, if she was honest or not, I mean, she was on camera. She's recorded, so. But whether you're serious or not, if you, let's assume she's playing. That's a horrible thing to play with. But I take that most people don't joke about things. I think most people joke about things that tend to be close to the truth, and it just goes to just think about the lady we had earlier this week that got caught finessing a dude on a hot mic. You ladies think that men are the you've been told that men are the dogs out here, that men are just so bad, but do you not understand what men are up against? You know what your homegirls do. Ladies, you need to check your circles. If you hang around women like that, you, it's gonna rub off on what you can potentially get. So, anyways, what do you got for me, Steph?
Well, I missed the question for the day.
Well, no, the question was, do modern women deserve high value men?
Um, not necessarily. No.
So,
I'm sorry.
what did you want to add to the discussion?
Well, this is my first time getting through. I agree with most of the things that you say, especially when it comes to high value men. I'm a woman of a certain age. I never got the the ring, but I was able to date in that arena, and I just know that um,
Well, what do you want?
from what I've observed,
What do you want? Do you want to be? Do you want to be married?
I do want to be married.
Okay. How old are you, by
But
the way?
okay, I'm 52,
Okay.
so I'm well out of the danger zone. I'm looking for a man that could at least work
You
and
looking for a man who could do what?
well, a man that has a pretty good job, not necessarily a man of wealth, but I think I um, gave up that hope about 10 years ago. But I wouldn't mind if he had children because I raised children. I didn't have children of my own, but I did, raise children in relationships in the past.
What was the longest relationship
Um,
you've ever had?
about 4 years.
How long ago was that?
That was maybe 3 years ago.
Okay, so I got to ask the question: why do you need a man that has a pretty good job? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I do okay.
Okay.
But I guess I'm looking for somebody that at this point in life that at least has acquired some of the basics, a home, a car, a
Why?
car, or be able
Why?
to put some
Why?
things.
Why does he need that? At 52, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm 51. At 52 years old, why do you still have that? If he can take care of himself, why is that not enough?
Well, that's what I'm looking for. Somebody that at least can take care of
Yeah,
themselves
but that does
because
not mean he has to. He can be living paycheck to paycheck like most Americans in this country. He may not
that's
own
true.
a home like most single people in this country.
That's true.
But let's be honest. You want a man who's earning. You want a man to have what you have.
Yeah,
And
that
how
is
and how
true.
much are you making annually?
I make 80,000.
15% of the population make that amount.
Okay,
So let me go ahead and be very direct. At 52 years old, you need a man who's breathing.
that is true.
You don't have you let me talk to the other women over 50. You are in no position to put any standards on anything. You're in the process of dying alone. That's where we are. All this, I want him to have a stand. If he can take care of himself, that means he is not a financial burden to you. But anything above that is folly. And it bothers me when I hear black women who are already older black women who are at the black women are at the bottom of the totem pole. And you're going to put anything else on top of this. Because let's be honest, if a man is earning what you're talking about, let's say you're earning 80, let's say he's earning 100, okay? He's in the top 10% of earners and he's 52 years old. You got to ask the question, Stephanie, why does he want you when he can go get a 25-year-old who can give him children, who will be willing to get on this program, who don't have any of the baggage that a 52-year-old person comes with, who don't have any of the expectations that a 52-year-old person comes with, who's got a youthful figure, a youthful body, youthful spirit. I don't date 52-year-old women for these very reasons. You ladies are think you think you deserve what you had in your 20s.
Well, that's harsh to hear, but the truth.
Harsh
That's
to
true.
hear. It's the truth though.
That's true.
When was the last time a man your age earning the kind of money you're talking about approached you?
Well, I mean, I didn't do too bad out there. I mean, I have to admit, I probably
I said, when was the last time it happened?
maybe like 5 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
5 years. So if you get one every 5 years, ma'am, and that was when you were 47, that means you're due for another one in what, 50, what, 57, 56? So by 2025, you may get a second bite of the apple. See how facetious that sounds?
I don't think.
I don't understand why black women at your age still think you're collectively such hot shit. My mother got married at 50 because she dropped this bullshit. And turned out to be the biggest blessing in her life when she dropped all this stuff you're talking about. And one of the things I think that has happened is our generation, I honestly believe that most of our women in Generation X, I don't want to say hate, but you have contempt for us.
Well, I don't do that. I don't have
I didn't say
contempt.
you, I said in our
Okay,
generation.
I see. Yeah.
Because if not, why would you put the standard so high when you know that the average 4-person family in this country earns about $43,000 a year? You want one man earning twice that or more. Why? And the reason you want him doing that is so he don't mess with your shit. Let's be real, sis. We two grown people. Let's have a grown ass talk. You want him making that kind of money so he's not a burden on your shit.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
That's true.
And that's the attitude that will come across. Well, why do you need to? I want him to have a good job. Why? So he ain't bothering my stuff. Well, what's your stuff doing for you? What's your job and your house and all that stuff doing for you? No children, holiday season. What's it doing for you?
That's true. I mean, I can't argue that.
But and I'm glad you're not trying to. But that's the kind of contempt I'm talking about, that you're my age and I know you would be looking for, off the bat, less than 15% of all men in this country. That means if 100 men were standing in front of you, 85 of them wouldn't be worth a damn. I didn't say 15% of black men, I said all men. That's not adjusted for age, marital status, or sexuality. In your standard, your list basically says this: I don't want nobody just going to mess with my stuff because I'm good the way I am. But that's all you'll ever be. And women like you will die alone with your stuff that really ain't nothing, and you can't take it with you. I mean, we're not talking like millions of dollars. I mean, we're talking just upper middle class living. But we value it so much more than, it's sad that black women your age value that so much more than a man.
But I mean, Kevin, because I live in Philadelphia, and
Okay.
there are a lot of blue collar men that make, like, say, okay, our transportation system, like say SEPTA, those
I get
men
it.
make.
But the question is, but why? I get it, but it's still money. But why would they? I get it, man. But you didn't answer that question. They may make it, but why would they want you? Because they make it. Are you the? You got to ask. You don't want him to. You want him to make around what you're making, so he can at least not be a burden to you. That's really where a lot of this is coming from. Fine. Well, if he's making enough to where he's not a burden to you, he might be a blessing to a younger woman. He's just not a burden to an older woman. But who's winning in that situation? You're winning if you get a man earning 80,000 plus at 50 plus years old. He's losing. But if you got a woman who was younger, who doesn't own a home, doesn't have your expectations, she's winning, and he won too. I'm saying this because I don't want to continue to see Generation X black women dying by themselves over silly stuff. for men. And I have seen too many women your age overlook men who are making less than them. I've seen women overlook men because they didn't have a college degree, and they went to an HBCU, unaccredited kind of stuff. What I'm saying to you, ma'am, is at our age, what does relationship mean to you? What does it mean to have a man in your life?
When you put it that way, that is. Well, that's why I listen to you, Kevin.
Huh?
That's why I listen to you.
Well, I'm glad you're
You
not
know,
arguing, but we got to start thinking differently about one another.
yes, that's true. I mean, I didn't have a male, friend or voice in my life like when we were growing up.
I get it.
It,
That's why.
and so we didn't have this platform. We didn't
Mm-hmm.
have. I had my girlfriends, which
Mm-hmm.
I assumed were
I get it.
people
That's
to
why I
listen
feel so
to.
bad for our generation. I feel so bad for our generation of black women because I know what happened. Our generation got lied to and robbed, and now the ones of us that are left are sitting here looking like, damn. Our grandparents at 50, think about when you was a kid. When we were 10 years old, the 50-year-olds were married. They were
Yeah,
grandparents. They weren't a bunch of
yeah.
single folks trying to figure out what they was going to do for Christmas. But hey, I'm going to go ahead and put you on hold. I got some other folks I'll get to. You
Okay.
can stay here. That was a good call,
And guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on the legend Kevin Samuels. Dude was fantastic with his analysis and how he handled these women in these calls, and the manner in which he is able to demand answers from them is just top notch. I don't know how he did it, but somehow, some way, he was able to find a way to do it, and that is why we should keep giving him the credit that he deserves. But talking about feminism and how oftentimes black women get caught up with these feminist ideas and all that, is just the simple fact that they easily believe in whatever they will hear. Young black women easily believe in whatever they will hear that sounds empowering. And that has been doing very big disservice to our women, and it is continuing to do very bad things to our women. Like, it's just destroying them. That's just the truth. And talking of the lady that spoke about anytime a man will want to marry her, she will end up calling it off, or just thinking that there is something out there that is great for her, or something great out there that is waiting to just take her on, or something like that. She's not the only black woman that is having this mindset. There are more reason why most of our women end up 30, 40 single. It's just this reason. They always always have it in their mind that there is something better out there. So if they hold on and wait a lot or wait a bit, they could get something better than what they currently having on the table, and which is not often the case, right? You see an average female having a man that is average or even a little bit above average, even sometimes not even a little bit, making $100,000, but they all think they're special, and if they wait small, they can get something, a millionaire or something that is just better than who is presented in front of them. And that is how they often get caught up with, this 30, 40 thing without a husband. And that's why, for me, I don't often feel sorry for them, because tell me why you as a female would just be alive from age 18 to 30 and you are not being able to make right decision when it comes to mating and dating, and you tell me I should have some level of sympathy towards you. No, you decided to wait and wait because these women, they've been having options that are always right in front of them, and they keep rejecting it because they think they're special and they're gonna get something special out there, and they end up 30, 40 being single. Now, talking about the 52-year-old lady that still spoke about, getting someone that is top tier, because 80,000 guy is still a top tier man. If you are even in the top 20% of men, you have to be special, right? Being in top 20% of earners in this country means you are something else. So that guy still has to be special. Like Kevin Samuels broke it down. If that man is making that amount of money, why wouldn't he go in? They don't think of it from the male perspective. They just think of it that what they want, but they don't think of it that, okay, what I want, what is that thing that I want looking for, especially when it comes to female. If they start to ask themselves those type of questions, if women start to ask themselves those type of questions, they are going to get better results. Because when you think of it that, okay, I'm 52 years old and I'm looking for a better deal, right? A man making $80,000, $100,000 a year, and I'm 52. Okay, that's a better deal for me. Am I a better deal for that man that's making $100,000, $80,000? Ask yourself this question, and if you are able to answer it in a very honest way, then you realize whether or not you are going to get what you're looking for. Because why on earth will you be thinking of a man making $80,000 a year or $100,000 if you are over the age of 40 years old? You shouldn't be thinking of that. Like he said, you should just be praying to get someone that you can share life with. And even, see, these women never learn. If she's 35 and she's speaking this way, it's kind of understandable. If she's 32, 33, she's 52 years old and she still haven't gotten it yet. She don't get it. She's still confused. So age doesn't matter when it comes to our women, black women. Age doesn't matter. They're still delusional. They're always delusional, and they don't know what is going on. If she was to be a young woman, maybe in 20s, 30s, speaking this way, I mean, it could have made sense to most of us. But like the young lady was saying, oftentimes they reject the chances or the options that is right in front of them, hoping that they can get a better deal. And we don't know what this lady actually look like. Be a 52-year-old lady. We don't know how she look like, the weight and all those things. We don't know. But what we know is men are just not attracted to older women. So if you are this old, it's a wrap. Like he said, you should just be thinking of getting a man that is breeding, period. I mean, what is it? The obsession with money and materialistic thing with black women is just absurd, right? Why is it that they just, like, I mean, they just cannot imagine themselves living with someone that is just not making this tons and tons of money? Like, I don't get it. The obsession they have for monetary things or money is just crazy. 52 and still thinking of a man making, $80,000, $100,000 is crazy. It means you're still not serious. You don't know what it is that you're looking for. You're looking for someone to share life with, not someone to spend his resources. At this point of your life, you should just be thinking of who you can always sit down and have conversation with at the end of the day, not someone to spend his money. No. Guys, catch you in the next episode. And if you enjoyed the content, make sure you give us a like, subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.